All right, guys, welcome in. Let's get ourselves live here. What's up, Josh? All right, we're just doing some housekeeping real quick, and we will get started with our first jumbo. We got two completely sold out. The third one, we still have 18 spots left. Head over to Breaker Toolbox. I may or may not put it up on Whatnot. Seems like a lot of work. All right, gonna get the scrolling going right now. All right, scrolling is going. All right, we'll give about 5 minutes and then we'll get to ripping. All right, just waiting for somebody to come in so we can pick a box. We got 7 boxes on the stage. Someone from the break needs to pick a box. We still have 18 spots left in our third box. The first 2 are sold out. We're going to rip those 2 first, and then we'll see if we got enough juice to get through the third. If not, we can do it tomorrow with Pristine. I would stick around and break for a while tonight, but I have my men's, adult, senior slow pitch softball playoffs tonight, so I got to leave here in like 3 hours. So maybe we got enough time to do more than 3 boxes. We'll see. What's up, Trey? You want to pick a box for us? We got 7. 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom. If you feel, Brendan, you too. If you feel a particular way about a box 3 on the top or the bottom? Top. All right, so this one right here to my right. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Our first look, or at least my first look, at 2026 Series 1. I believe it's 10 packs. 2 silver packs, 10 regular packs, 40 cards per pack. So first box will go a little slow. Admire the base before we pick it up a little bit. Do not like how these cords are in my way. There we go. All right, here we go. Good luck. First pack. If the box isn't good, you can get mad at Trey. He picked it. All right, so let's see what they're going to do here. We got hits at the back, hits at the middle. No hits at all? Okay, there we go. We got 1 hit right there. That's backwards. All right, so Brandon Walter, Jose Barrios. What do you guys think about the design? Will Banfield, I have no idea who that is. Pavin Smith, Sean Mania, Birdsong, still have him on a Giants jersey. It's a little strange. Pasquantino, Mackenzie Gore. We got Royals Muscle team card. Cags and Bobby Witt. Oh, Birdsong is still a Giant. Why am I thinking? I'm thinking about Kyle Harrison. That's what I'm thinking about. Sawyer Gibson Long, Aranda, Max Acosta, Felix Bautista, Trey Turner, Grant Taylor, Michael Bush, Nick Gonzalez, Kennedy Corona, Andrew Abbott, Clayton Kershaw, the GOAT, possibly his last flagship card, Sonny Gray, Red Sox team card, Yoshida, Brandon Marsh, Didier Fuentes, I like him for the Braves, Brady Singer, Logan Webb, Manny Machado. This is one of the... Oh, so I see what they got. They got the backwards cards, and then this is where you got all the inserts. So that's nostalgic. That's some childhood nostalgia there. 1991 Topps. This one's the 75th anniversary, not the 35th, which we're usually looking at. Profiles, Ichiro, new insert this year. We got Soriano for my Halos, Joe Ryan, Kobe Mayo on the Future Stars. I didn't do a league leaders spot, so we'll probably just divvy those up among all the teams. If we get a hit, we'll just spin for it. Scooble, Enriquez, Cabrera, Brewers, and Ellie. All right, so that was our trip through the base. And now we're going to look at this hit. Sideways card here. Orioles, Dylan Beavers. There we go. We got Dylan Beavers. That's one of the rookies they're looking for on the rainbow foil. So the Orioles hitting first. Nice rookie there. That's one of the guys. The other guy's Basayo. Looking for Basayo or Beavers. So we found Beavers already. All right. So let me... All right. I got a relic and a gold here. So let's just flip through this. We'll stop if we see any good names. There's a Judge there. Benny Rice. So weird to see these guys that we've been looking at all year as rookies, not rookies. And then we got Pristine tomorrow. So we're gonna be going back to 2025. We're in 2026 today, and we'll be back in 2025. There's Pat Bailey, Ryan McMahon. All right, we got quite a bit going on here. So I'll tell you what, let's just flip these around because these are just going to be the inserts. All right, we got Cal Raleigh, 1991 for the M's. We got Shohei on the all tops team. It is gold, but don't let it fool you. I don't think it's a numbered gold. We'll take a look back here. All right, we got is this sand glitter? What is this? Miguel Vargas for the White Sox. Nope, just a base insert. All tops team. We got a home field advantage, by the way. We're starting off strong with a case hit. Miguel Vargas. Our gold is going to be Mason Barnett out of 2026. We got Bryce Eldridge. Nice little hit there for the Giants on the 1991 relic, and Cubbies on the HFA. How about a PCA to start us off? Wow. Banger right off the bat. I really do like the HFAs this year. That one's going to Casey at the bat, taking home the HFA PSA. Nice. Or PCA PSA. Damn, that was a strong start. Yeah, I like the design too. It does seem like a tad bit busy to me. Not in like a terrible way, but there's a lot going on. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. All right, sweet little Eldridge. This is probably the wrong size. We'll get it in a. That's actually not that bad. All right, so we got a relic and a case hit already. Now, these boxes are not, that's not from a case. These are all loose boxes. So normally I would say, well, we blew the case on the first box, but that's not necessarily true. And then a non-rookie Miguel Vargas. I got to figure out what they call that. Every year it's like sand glitter. Basketball had the weird thing called like the Victory SSP, which was strange. Randall, you're not even in this break. I know, this is going to be a ton of sorting for me, Clay. This is when I get my kids involved. But honestly, it's like just as much work because I got to like double check all their... I got to double check that they did everything right. Horowitz, Gonzalez, Urias, Sosa, Perkins, Murphy, Will Warren, Melton, Bo Naylor, Schumann, Freed, Christian Moore. That's my guy. That's who I'm chasing right now. Langeliers, Mauricio. There's Cags. Don't sleep on Christian Moore this year. A lot of guys are down on him because he had such a kind of a rough year, but he had really good moments. Dalton Rushing on the Future Stars. Matt Shaw with the Rookie Cup. Yeah, it's going to take some time getting used to these new rookies and the old rookies. All right, Marcelo Meyer on the Future Stars. All right, we've got Mike Trout on the Admit 1. Tell you what, let's just do that. Or let's do this. All right, Marcelo Meyer, we got outfielder for the Rockies, Yanquiel Fernandez. I'm not familiar with him. We got Bobby Witt on the throwback. And Mike Trout, looking a lot like Contenders, the football product. Yeah, I do. I'll tell you what I do like. I do like how they got the little like fabric of the team there. That's a nice touch. It should grade much better than 2025 because it doesn't have that color border. So far it's looking pretty clean. And I didn't like that position where they just put the dot like where the player played. That was strange to me. All right, still hunting our auto. Got Giancarlo, Vargas, Pavetta, Tovar, Canzoni, CJ Kafis. That's another one. There's McLean, one of the rookies we're chasing. I think this rookie class there's Chase Burns. At least in Series 1, I think 2025 ended up pretty solid by the end. But Series 1 was pretty rough. You had Wood and they didn't have Sasaki till Series 2. But it was Wood and Cruz, I think, were like the main guys. All right, let me figure out what's going on here. All right, I'm just going to turn that one around to the back. All right, we got Buxton on the 1991. There's our first Roman Anthony on the greatest hits. And we have a rainbow foil for Toronto, first baseman. There we go. We got Vladdy. Vladdy, not the daddy. Put him over there. Sleeve this Roman up. I send all the hits, Brennan. I send them all. Oh, we got another. Is this another relic? All right, this could be our auto. Because it's a little thicker. There are boxes that have 2 relics in there, though. So it could be a second relic. It could be our auto. There's Roki on the Future Stars. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to sorting this, but it'll be fun. There's Mike Trout, my guy. Alex Freeland, rookie card. Peyton Tolley, rookie card. All right, we got so we did get another relic. We got Mookie Betts on the 1991 relic. Flip that around. We got another Admit 1. That's going to be PCA. Gosh, I really don't care for how they do this. It's really annoying how some of them are backwards and some of them aren't. Nick Pavetta is going to be our, I think that's sand glitter. I'm not sure though. Mark McGuire, that's really, really taking me back. What's up, Colby? How's it going? And we got PCA on the admit one. I don't need a top load Pavetta yet. So Dodgers getting a hit. Dodgers and Giants with the relics. Nice, man. Yeah, a little early here, where it's only 3:30 on the West Coast. Figured it'd give us some time though. We already hit a home field advantage in our first box. This is our first pack too. David Peterson, Chandler Simpson, Cowser, Bryce Matthews, Teoscar, Blue Jays team card, Shanuel, Christian Campbell, Future Stars, Drew Gilbert, rookie for the Giants. There's Bubba Chandler, Ryan Nelson, Acuna, Yoshida, Fuentes, Logan Webb, Manzardo, Williamson, and here we go. We got two backwards cards here. All right, we got Seiya Suzuki. Looks like we got a purple and a rainbow foil, so purple should be to 250. Seiya Suzuki on the 1991. Little Skeens on the admit one. Yep, PCA. All right, let's look at our, it's upside down, but it's going to be a Giant. Maybe Bryce, that would be sick. It's going to be Carson Wisenhunt. There we go. Little rookie rainbow foil action. And is this going to be a team card? It is for the Milwaukee Brewers. Purple foil. That is 201 of 205. Going to the Brew Crew. I think that's a card like you can only appreciate if you're like a fan of the team, right? We will sleeve up and top load all rookie parallels. All right, 3 packs left, and then we got our 2 silver packs. We'll hop right into the second box. Now that I've got my lay of the land a bit. Jake Fraley, Heliot Ramos, there's a Shohei. Baez, Rasmussen, Corbin Carroll, his hamate bone. He's going to be out until the start of the season. That is a bummer. Matt McLean, Joe Adele. He had a great year last year. There's the Miz, Mizorowski, Brian Bayo, and we got O'Neal Cruz. All right, something juicy coming up for the Braves here. Cal Ripken, that's another card that straight from my childhood. We got Juan Soto on the profiles, and Atlanta Braves. How about Grant Holmes? On the sand glitter. Cool. Very sparkly. I can't have anything distracting me, Randall. No Olympics. Brian Wu, Wisenhunt, another Beavers. Barger, there's Jonah Tong. So we're getting all the rooks here. All the names we're looking for. There's a lot to hit. There is an absolute lot to hit in this one. We got Logan Gilbert. Bryce Matthews, rookie for the Astros. Cal Raleigh on the profiles, and looks like Rockies. Not sure who we're looking for on the Rockies. That is Tyler Freeman on the rainbow foil. All right, 2 packs left. Looking for our auto still. Really hoping it's in one of these last 2 packs. Oops. Skeens. That was Ryan Ritter on the 91. I guess he's the guy you're looking for the Rockies. Not a... Oh, there's the password. That's crazy he's in there. It's another good one for the... I got Roman Anthony and the password on the checklist for the Red Sox. And Peyton Tolley. Red Sox have a pretty deep checklist here. All right, so I think this is our auto. We got, it's a 1991 auto, it looks like. So I'm just gonna, we'll look at the first 3 cards. We got Ryan Ritter, Jesse Eisenberg. I think that's going to the Phillies. And then we got a sand glitter here. It looks like it's a gold auto too. That's gonna be real nice. That's gonna be Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees. So we'll sweat that last card. A gold 91 auto. Who could it be? Checklist for the gold or for the 1991 autos is generally a lot better than your just flagship autos. There's Reed Detmers for my Halos. So I'm hoping for a big name. If it's not a rookie, then it's going to be a real good name. So I don't know if I'm hoping it's a rookie or if I'm hoping it's not. All right. We got, looks like maybe Nationals colors. Kirby Puckett for the 20s. Aaron Judge on the greatest hits. And nope, it's Rangers. Rangers, Nationals, same difference. That's going to be Adolis Garcia. There we go. Clay, your son. He may not be able to see Adolis in person as in a Rangers uniform, but he'll always have the cards. There we go. Adolis, just for Clay's son. Cried when he found out. Cried when he found out that they got rid of Adolis in the off season. All right, we got, what is that? I don't know what that is. It's not. It doesn't have a foil on it. Miguel Cabrera, Vladdy Sr., Frank Thomas, Jacob Melton, and that is just a Topps card. So I was just about to say that these silver packs in the last few years have been really bad. I'd say 2024, it felt like the silver packs were loaded. Doesn't feel that way anymore. All right, so I won't be fooled by that again. And looks like we don't have any color. That's going to be Cal Ripken. We got PCA, Francisco Lindor, and Caminero. So, yeah, those sparkly silver packs didn't help us out there. All right, here we go. This is going to be our gold auto. Is it sideways? It is Boston. Garrett Crochet. There we go, Brennan. Garrett Crochet on the 91, 36 of 50. That is a freaking tank, man. And I told you guys, if it's not a rookie, it's going to be a great name. Wow, what a box. What a box. There you go, Brennan. First time breaking with me. I'll hook you up. There we go. All right, quick little recap here. Damn, that was a great box. Freaking case hit. Couple numbered, an extra relic, bonus relics. All right, we got Jigga Melton, Adolis Garcia, Carson Wisenhunt, Vladdy Jr., Dylan Beavers. We had Mookie on the game used 91 and Eldridge on player worn. He's a rookie. Mason Barnett was our gold to 2026. We had a Brewers team card to 250. PCA on the home field advantage and an absolute freaking nuke. Garrett Crochet on the gold 91 going to Brennan. Nicely done. All right, Colby, since you closed out on box 2 or break 2, why don't you pick a box? We got 2 on the top and we got 4 on the bottom. Give me a number in a row. Two bottom. All right, you got it. So we're going with this box right here. 2 from... That was a great box, Trey. I doubted you, but you picked a great box. All right, so this one is sold out. We have breaks posted on Breaker Toolbox for the third box. We still have 17 spots, so hop over there and grab it. And... yeah, hopefully we'll get to that one after this one. All right, bear with me for a second because I'm new to this feature, so I'm trying to figure it out. All right, we got second break up. Let me get those scrolling results here. This one is for number 2. Put it into the chat, so all the teams are in the chat on Breaker Toolbox. Let me get it scrolling. If you're on Whatnot, you're not going to see any break results, but there's only one team sold on Whatnot, and that was the Red Sox to Brennan. All right, we got the second break up. You did pick yourself a Bryce relic. I love it. All right, here we go. All right, good luck. This is break number 2, our second jumbo. It's going to be hard to live up to break number 1, but we will try. So Colby's going to try to pick himself some Braves cards here. God, our silver packs have to be better than what they just were, huh? That was terrible to quote the great Sir Charles Barkley. All right, here we go. Good luck, everyone. All right, starting off strong. Oh, we got a team logo, and that's a Braves. We got a team logo, team color border. Yeah, but it's the one with the logos on it, and it's Braves. So Colby just picked himself a great box already. There's Kyle Teal, guy I'm definitely keeping an eye on. Was in on his first Bowman stuff. Carson Williams, that's the guy for the Rays. Colson Montgomery is the guy for the Brendan Donovan for the White Sox. That's who I was trying to think of. All right, so we got Braves team color border, and it's a freaking Acuna. Wow, Colby, we're just picking up right where we left off, man. Look at that. Holy smokes. That is sick. And we got a Mike Trout gold right behind it. One for Colby, one for me. I love it. All right, Jackson Churio on the 1991. We got Jackson Churio again. This one's going to be a Met. Show us one of them young guys. It's Clay Holmes on the sand glitter. Wow. So we got 2 boxes, 2 extremely rare case hits. I'm pretty sure the color border is got case hit odds. But in any event, we're off to another freaking strong start. Damn, Colby. I do so good on Braves. I don't even think where is Colby? Colby, where are you? Why aren't you excited? Maybe he fainted. Maybe he passed out. All right, Brendan Doyle, Carter, Seymour, Karros. The 101 Karros was hit by somebody in our Discord. That's cool. So if you're a Karros collector, the spot's dead. All right, let's see what we got here. Eric Lauer, 2 backwards cards. We got PCA on the 91, Jackie on the profiles. Looks like a catcher for the Guardians. Oh, we got an orange to 25 right behind it. That's going to be Bo Naylor on the rainbow foil. And, of course, it's got to be upside down again. Cubbies, Michael Busch, orange to 25. That one is 14 of 25. Gotta love flagship, man. You just gotta love flagship. So much fun. Doesn't break the bank. Some very, very, very cool cards come out of here. No, the case isn't dead because these are loose. We pulled an HFA and a team color border. These are loose boxes, man. They're hot. We picked a nice pocket. Everybody's leftovers gave us multiple case hits. Grant Taylor, rookie there. Kennedy Corona, another Tolley. Gotta start hitting these guys on some color. Didier Fuentes. All right, we got a Rangers parallel. Oh my God, I thought that was gonna be the auto that I blew up. But Nolan McLean. We got Juan Soto on the all tops team. That's just a regular old card. And we got Future Stars. I guess I can take this card off the back. Future Stars for the Rangers. It's got to be Wyatt Langford, right? Kumar Rocker. I guess Wyatt Langford was 20. He was 24, right? Yeah, he was 2024, so he would have been feature star last year. So it's either Leiter or Rocker. Trying to think who else was a 2025 rookie for the Rangers. Wasn't great. I don't think the Rangers are especially strong in this class either. You didn't see, dude? Look at this. Team color border, man. Freaking nuke. Acuna Jr. You can get excited. You can get excited for that. You picked the right box, right? Trey picked the first one. He got an Eldridge Relic for himself. You picked the second box, so we better close this third box out and try to get it filled so you can pick the box and be rewarded by hitting a big card for your team. All right, looks like Mariners colors there. We got Jacob Wilson on the All Tops team, Rookie Cup. That's going to be Jackson Churio on the Greatest Hits. It is a Mariners pitcher, Brian Wu. And then our card on the back. I wish Seattle would stop having so many great pitchers. It sucks being an Angels fan, especially since we have like the worst pitching. All right, we got our relic here. I can feel it. I can feel it in my hands. Yeah, I remember the first, like when I first started getting back in the cards, I think it was a Series 1 hobby that I opened. I got a Bryce Harper team color border, and I knew enough to like look up the comps. Oh, it's an Acuna. I'm like, what is going on? Acuna for the Mets. He's not a Met anymore, unfortunately. Ryan Sandberg. Put that guy here. We got Brewers on the big ticket player. That's the Miz. And who we got here? New York Yankees team card, Bronx Bombers. I like that one. Yeah, so I was excited because the comp was $400, but what I didn't realize was that, you know, you got to be weary of those like release week sales. So I actually ended up submitting it for grading. Came back a PSA 9. I think I ended up selling it for like $120 or something like that. So all in all, not a terrible outcome, but would have been nice to hit that card when it was $400. But yours might be $400. Although I think people are a little down on Acuna for whatever reason. You might have to hold that until he gets hot again. All right, we're on the second half now. What we got here? Oh, Kevin Nagandi from SportsCenter, right? Jonah Tong, Skeens. Estevez. There's Bryce Harper. Chad Stevens, the unheralded quad A player for the Angels. He played pretty well last year for the Salt Lake City Bees, though. Got himself a shot, but fortunately, I think the majors was just too much for a guy like him. Cole Young for the Mariners. We got another Braves catcher. Show me Drake Baldwin. Oh, Sean Murphy. Wrong catcher. It would have been sweet to hit a little Drake Baldwin Rookie Cup. rainbow. Yep, that's what I have knowledge about. If you guys came to hear, there's Kurtz. Look at that one, the All Tops Rookie Cup card. That's cool. If you came to hear my opinions on Angels minor leaguers, you came to the right place. I've got lots of opinions. Bubba Chandler. I own his Bowman Spotlights, which is up for sale in my eBay. If that card interests you, go check it out. All right, we got Beltre, Shohei on the profiles, and we do have one of those leaders cards. So that one we're gonna have to spin for between the old Yankees, Blue Jays, and A's. If I forget, remind me. Ooh, Gunner on the profiles. I stopped one card short. Jacob Melton. There's Simo. I've been on a good luck run of Angel Autos. Got a lot of Bremner. Well, not a lot, 2 Bremners, but when the spot is going for a lot, you'll take whatever Bremner you can get. All right, we got Ricky on the 1991 and rainbow foil for the Cardinals, perhaps. Nope, Yankees. That's what it was. It was the bottom of the Yankees sign. Will Warren. Shout out to Mink. Sold him a purple speckle auto from 25 Topps Chrome for his collection. All right, we got another 1991 auto. I think we got another 1991 auto, guys. All right, Bo Naylor, Brian Wu, Wizenhunt. There's another Beavers. Rhett Lauder on the Future Stars. Yuri Perez, Isaac Collins was up there, top 5 Rookie of the Year voting. I heard today that Castellanos, he basically was told not to report by the Phillies. That's weird. I wonder what's going on there. He's been a good player for them. All right, I don't think this is our auto because we've got 3 cards in front of it. It is a yellow. Do they have yellows? Oh, and it's for Pittsburgh. Oh my God, if that's a Bubba Chandler, I guess they do have yellow foils, like the unnumbered yellow, like they're super short printed. Because that does not look like a gold to me, but we'll see. But nice little secondary color match. There's Bubba Chandler. Speaking of Bubba Chandler, we got Skeen. So this is a Pirates pack here. A's Jeffrey Springs, and we do have our auto, and it is a 91 auto. Going to the Tigers, that is Cecil Fielder on the auto. And then right behind it, we've got Spencer Horwitz. That is numbered to 399. So I'm guessing that's some sort of, Topps always bouncing around with these parallels. But that looks like it's like a yellow foil or something. Still would have been really cool if it was Bubba Chandler, but Spencer Horwitz. Nice little legend auto there. Cecil Fielder, father of Prince, grandfather of Jaden. I'll check in a second, Colby. I don't have that in front of me right now. Gotta always check these to make sure they're not numbered, because they do have that like goldish hue to them. All right, last pack here. Ellie De La Cruz, third-year Ellie. Judge. Do we think him and Shohei are going to three-peat? I mean, I think Shohei, barring injury, there's first look at a Basayo, unless I thumb through one that I didn't see. All right, another Tiger. This one looks like Mets. Mets colors here. Maybe Astros. We'll see. Yordan Alvarez. We got Max Muncy on the greatest hits. It is Astros. That's going to be Jacob Melton for the Stros on the rookie rainbow foil. They're still sitting on 17 teams. So maybe I will post it. Try to get it posted here on Whatnot maybe. All right. We've got a purple to 250. That's a good sign. There's a nice little password. This looks like just a base pack here. We got Justinson Garcia, Colson Montgomery, a rookie pack here, Samuel Basayo, and Mike Piazza. All right, we got Skinny Bopper, Jackson Churio. Just looked miscut there for a second. Ken Griffey Jr. And upside down. Oh, is this maybe it could be an auto. Yankees. How about the captain, El Capitan, 104 of 250 on the Jeter. That was a great box. I'm certainly not dispelling any rumors that I do indeed receive influencer boxes. They're like the tier 3 influencer boxes. Oh, nice, Colby. That's a cool little anecdote. You just purchased 7 spots? Holy smokes, man. I'm gonna have to send you something spicy. All right, let's see how we do this here. This was a great box. Great box. All right. We have Basayo on the Silver Pack Mojo, Montgomery, Justinson Garcia, Jacob Melton. We need a spin for that one. We have the Bronx Bombers on the Sand Glitter, Kumar Rocker, Horowitz. What's wrong with that top loader? On the yellow foil to 399, Michael Busch on the orange to 25, Derek Jeter to 250, Luis Angel Acuna on the game used bat relic, Mike Trout on the gold to 250, 2026 rather. Acuna on the team color border, and our auto was Cecil Fielder. So let me get these cards cleaned up and then we'll roll for that. All right, let me see here. Let's see how we're going to do this. How are we going to do this? I guess we can do it. Do it like this. YouTube's gonna have it but I'll have to change the camera for. I'll have to change the camera for Whatnot and Breaker Toolbox. My dream is to one day be able to stream on one platform instead of 3. All right, so we got Yankees, we got Blue Jays, and Athletics. Nice. Okay. Let me bring that in on. All right, I got it up on YouTube, so you're going to be able to see it on YouTube. The other two, you're not going to be able to see it on, so let me try to. Oh, that is way too. Let me see. How am I going to do this? Let me use one of these boxes. All right, we got that. And then you can see it. You just got to take my word for it that I'm being honest. All right, here we go. Good luck. All right, I'm going to shuffle 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not a huge card, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. But all right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. All right, it's going to Jacob Wilson and the Athletics. Jacob Wilson and the Athletics. All right, let me fix this here. Get a little sticky note so I remember. So the A's ended up with a Bichette and a Judge card. All right. Sweet. We've got 10 teams left. Man, it's still so early, too. Oh, weird. It did show the window on Breaker Toolbox. There we go. All right, enjoy your sloppy joes. We'll see if we fix this or if we can get this last break filled. Post them on. Post them up here on Whatnot as well. Just grab my keyboard. John's buying in for the Rockies. Appreciate you. On breakertoolbox.com, Brennan. I got free shipping over there. I don't have to pay tax. So it's usually a pretty good deal. Might be all out of those fancy business cards I had. All right, we're down to... What are we down to? 7 teams. There you go, the Kyle Karros rainbow. I love it. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, John. Yeah, we had the first 2 boxes were awesome. We had good boxes. All right, let me see if I can post them up here on remaining teams. All right, we've got Orioles and Red Sox. No Orioles have come out yet. So they're due. We got the Astros. The Marlins. Nice little value pick there. $4. And the A's for 10 and the Phillies for 7. And that is our 7 teams. Yeah, I'm just going to do 1 box at a time for now. I have 10 boxes total, so I could put together a little bit bigger of a break. All right, we got 7 teams left. I'm going to go grab a sparkling water, so I will be right back. I love how it blocked your comment. Hitties on biddies. It's not even offensive. All right, we're right back. I'm still just finishing up. All right, sweet. John's just picking up teams here for us. Kind of crazy. It doesn't show me which team you buy, which just feels very weird. I can tell you, you bought the Reds, the Guardians, the Tigers, the Brewers, the Pirates. John bought the A's. Okay. I see now. All right, A's are gone. We got 6 teams left. So my wife buys these. They're like the Alanis, and I freaking every time I go for like a sparkling water, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have an Alani. Cherry slush. That sounds delicious. But now she's getting mad because I'm drinking up all of her Alanis. Because we usually have like Celsius in the house. Mrs. Grinch's favorite cotton candy. So we have the orange soda, the peach, whatever, white peach. I don't fuck with those. Just the cherry slush and the orange. She doesn't care if I drink the orange. She doesn't like those ones, but Yeah, she doesn't. She thinks Celsius is like a little bit too much caffeine for her. So she always gets mad when I steal those. Oh yeah, I don't drink 2 Celsius, but I'll have a Coke Zero, I'll have a Celsius, I'll have an espresso in the morning, and then I'll usually have one of these in the afternoon. So I'm definitely getting my caffeine in. And I have no problem going to going to sleep at night. No problem whatsoever. Oh, I just saw Bobby put in the chat. The Padres are nearing an agreement with the Nationals and Phillies to acquire C.J. Abrams and Nick Castellanos. Andrew Painter and Cale Fountain headed to Washington. Yuki Matsui to Philadelphia in the deal. That's crazy. Isn't Andrew Painter? He's like the top guy for the Phillies. And they're only getting Yuki Matsui back? That can't be the same Andrew Painter. Dude, what is up with the Hammett Bones? Like 3 freaking superstars just went down with Hammett Bone injuries. I know. I mean, I've heard of it like rarely though. It's not like it's a big thing. Yeah, it's like an epidemic, man. I don't know. I'm kind of liking this product right now. I feel like we've had enough good stuff to like make it worth it. Need a little bit better rookie, hits, but I'd say the autos have been good. That's usually a big complaint, right? Is that the autos are trash. We've had 2 pretty rare hits, and we've had some good names, like good vet names, pop up. But we need to start hitting those rookies. I know. That's kind of what I've been seeing, but doesn't look like trash to me. That's what I try to tell people when we run these breaks. Like, yeah, flagship's not exciting. Like, once Chrome comes out, nobody wants to touch freaking flagship, but there are some absolute monster cards in here. Like some of these patch autos, like there's like tanks, and the price is like pretty affordable. It's like a pretty affordable product. You can hit a monster 4-figure card. What's up, Dro? Welcome in. Yeah, I don't know who Colby. I don't know who the anonymous user was. It might be our guy Giants fan. He likes to hit the anonymous user button. But at least we hit that Acuna, so we know if we would have hit that in the next break and you didn't have the Braves, that would suck. Like that time I hit the Maddox 101 and you didn't have the Braves. All right, crush that Alani. I could find out who it is. 1 second. I'm going to have to know anyways for... I guess I can't. It's not letting me download the break details. I guess it's got to be closed for me to see. So whoever you are, anonymous. But let's see here. We got Louis on the White Sox. He probably took the Twins too. Louis likes to grab the Twins. We got John Cartwright on the Rockies. Grinch has the Brewers. Yep, Louis got the Twins as well. John has the A's. Grinch has the Pirates. Scotty P's going with the Padres. T-Dub with the Giants. Chad with the Mariners. John's got the Cards and the Rays. Colby's got the Rangers. Chad has the Blue Jays, and Colby has the Nationals. Anonymous has everybody else other than the 6 teams that haven't been sold. I mean, I've hit a orange PCA auto out of Flagship. I've hit, a Shohei home field advantage. I actually hit that one out of a hanger box. Crazy. Wish I would have kept it too, because I think around that time it was like 24 update. I think I sold it for like $120. That's got to be a couple $100 card now, I'd think. Oh yeah. I mean, like as you saw today in the Discord, I mean, I part with my PC stuff. Like I bought a bunch of Zach Neto, and I mean, he's one of my favorite players, so I fully intended on keeping. Like I had like probably 4 or 5 of his Bowman first, but one it kind of shot up a bunch, and you know, just trying to take advantage of the opportunity. But also, like, I don't need 4 of his Bowman first autos. Like, I'm not going to display them all. So now I'm very big in like, okay, this is a card that I'm displaying, and this is a card that I'm not. And if I'm not displaying it, there's really no reason for me to keep it. So that's where I'm at. I do like my binder stuff. I like my raw cards. Like I'll keep the cheapy refractors and inserts, and I like to look at those. My son has a binder of all like the base sets, so like the team sets of our favorite teams. Like he's got that in his binder, and then I have one in like a top litter binder of like the refractors and parallels. Nothing like super crazy expensive. Yeah, that's where I'm at now. And I've got all my base cards at my office. So on Tuesdays and Fridays when I go into the office, I'm usually like trying to organize and sort them if I'm not super busy. But yeah, I got to figure out something to do with those. I've been having some luck in the I've been having some luck in the Facebook groups, like just being like, hey, I've got 600 paper Bowman first from 24 draft. Like, does anybody want to give me $50 for this? So that's been good. I think I'm gonna just do that and just try to give them to the guys that complete sets. Because at first I started out, I was trying to complete sets, and I completed a couple sets. But then after I completed them, I'm like, now I gotta store them. Like, it's gonna just from 24 and 25. I was like, this is like an insane amount of cards. Like, I don't want these cards. So then I sold them all. I sold them all as sets. But yeah, if it's not a card that I want to keep, then I move it. And I've been eyeing that Mike Trout first Bowman auto for a while. I think it's like the perfect time to buy him too, because he hasn't been great, but he's going to start knocking down all these accolades, right? Like, so he just hit his 400th homer last year. But, you know, I think if the Angels get decent and he can make a postseason appearance, and, you know, he still hit 27 home runs last year, so it's not like he's a slouch. I think he's just going to start knocking off, like climbing up these all-time lists and getting these, you know, huge accolades. And I think, you know, he's going to just start, I think he's already a Hall of Famer, but I think he's just going to start, you know, getting to that point where his numbers are among the greatest of all time. And I think people will have an appreciation for him, even though they've been kind of down on him the last couple of years. But the Angels need to make the playoffs. Like, they've got to. Like, they can't not have him in the playoffs. Oh, the one with with the whole crew. That's the super short print, right? Yeah, I bought that one in PSA 9, and I have the other one in PSA 10, but the other one's like super common. I remember when those first came out, I was like very excited. I was buying them for like $5. Now they're like, you can find the common one for like $2. Yeah, so it's raining like crazy here today. It's like super cold, stormy, like windy. And I've got that softball playoffs tonight, and they're like 100% going to play because it's on turf. It's a turf field, but it's going to be crappy being out there. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be interesting tomorrow. We got that pristine break. I think that's going to be pretty fun. I didn't rip any pristine last year. I did join some breaks. But it's the weird product where it's got like packs within packs. So like you'll open a pack and it's got a couple cards, and then there's like another pack inside of it, and then you open that pack and there's like another card, and then another pack, and then you open the last pack and it's like an encased card or something like that. Yeah, and it's not a cheap product either. Like that's the one thing with it's like tough, man, because you know me, I'm trying to make everything like as cheap as possible. And is it 2 autos? I hope it's 2 autos. If it's 1 auto, then that's gonna be freaking rough. Because I hate when you spend like $50 on a team and you just get like base cards. Like that's no fun for anybody. But I figured it's a good enough product. Like I like the cards, and they grade, at least last year, they graded super well. Every pristine card pristine card that I got that I ended up gemming. I had an Aussie. I bought the Cardinals for like some guy was like trying to close a break, and you know how nobody wants to buy the Cardinals, so the guy's like $5 for the Cardinals. I was like, yeah, I'll take the Cardinals. I ended up hitting like a Ozzie Smith gold to 50. Not a big card, like $10-15, maybe $20. Ended up sending it to PSA. It gemmed. I could not sell that card. Like it was crazy. I think it ended up selling for like $30 or $35. So I didn't even make money off of it, but I was just like so tough to sell those legends, on, unless it's like a really, really big like case hit, it's really hard to sell those guys. So I tend to not even like grade those cards anymore. Just put them straight on eBay. And then Finest was really good last year. We already had Finest for baseball, but that was a really good grading. Actually, 2024 was a really good grading year in general. Draft graded really well. Chrome graded really well. Even flagship. I had I had a Mason Wynn like orange crackle foil that I sent super early, like back when PSA wasn't shitty and would take months to give you your cards back. Like I think it was like 4 weeks, and I had it back and it gemmed, and I sold it for like $100. I was like, that's a big time, off of a flagship, parallel. And the orange crackle foil is out of like $2.99. It's not even like it was super low. All right, hold on. I'm still here. I'm just killing the video so I can go put in the chat. I got to get better too about taking pictures of like the really, I get so focused on like packing it up and shipping it out that I got to remember to take pics, post them. Yeah, Jumbos 1 and 2 are already ripped. Two really good boxes, actually. First box had a Crochet Gold Auto in it and a PCA HFA. Second box had a Cecil Fielder Auto and Ronald Acuna Jr. Team Color Border. So we're on box number 3 now. Oh, nice. I actually just ended up buying my first senior league bat. I was supposed to come to before tonight, but it didn't show up. It's getting here tomorrow, which if we don't win tonight, then it won't matter. Because I only play senior league in the winters because it's like the only league that's kind of going around. They run it in the summer, but it's too far. It's like 35 minutes from my house, and there's a rec league in my town that I've been playing in since 2017. So, and that's with all my homies. So it's just ASA. So I'll play that, and then, but the senior bats are just like stupid hot, man. That's incredible. He must be a freaking baller. Is it like over 50, over 60, something like that? Oh yeah. I mean, last week I hit a ball, didn't even didn't and I'm like the one of the only guys that like I think doesn't try to hit home runs. Like I mean, you only get 5 in a game and like we burn through those like super fast. And like some guys on our team, like they can only hit home runs. Like it's crazy. Like they take a swing, they're trying not to hit home run, they just freaking hit like a 400-foot moon ball. Like I'll hit the gaps because I mean I'm one of the younger guys. I'm only 42, and so it's a over 40 league, and so like I can still run. I play the outfield. Like I'm you know I'm still good enough to move. And so I just try to hit the gaps. Like I'll just keep it on the ground. But I hit this ball, it was like 20 feet in the air, and this thing just went over the fence. And I was like, I don't know what to do, guys. Sorry. Like it was our 5th home run. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was not trying to hit a home run. It's just these bats are just so juiced. Yeah, we play. It's not even classified. I remember playing D when I was like right out of college, but um, we have like a Tuesday lower league and then a Tuesday upper league. I've played in the Thursday league, the upper league, but it's a little bit more like this is like my homies who they're drinking, 12 beers like before, during, and after the game. Like it's competitive and it's fun, but it's not like, we don't have guys on the team because of their ability. Right. And so, yeah, it's ASA and we get 3 home runs, no equalizers, but honestly, you got to really hit it. It's not that deep. It's like 300 feet, but you only have like certain guys that can hit it out in that league. And so there's a lot of games where you don't even use 3, but yeah, 1 would suck. Hey, Craigie, appreciate you, man. Down to 5. Craig, who'd you snipe? Let's see who Craig got. That's 1. I'm going to write that down and tell Jamie. Got to write these questions down, actually. How do you close breaks while streaming? That's my first question. Can we make it so we can see the team purchased? There you go. Jaime's good dude. He's really put a lot of like heart and soul into this platform. I'm hoping it takes off. It seems like a way better platform than Whatnot. He took the Red Sox. That's your buddy? I thought you were buddies with Double J. Nice. So he just breaks right off his website? I'll have to check it out. Oh, God. Somebody's emailing me again about the... Oh, my God. Colt Emerson. Somebody just messaged me. What's your best? Like, so lazy. I mean, I've heard the name before. That's crazy. It's a buyer's market. Yeah. It's totally a buyer's market. You can just go out there and get any old Colt. There's a black PSA 9 ending today. I was gonna kick the tires on it, but it was already at $1,000 this morning. I'm like, that thing's gonna go for like what the golds have been going for like $3K. That thing might go for $3K, 2,700 maybe. So funny, man. What's your best? I gotta figure out a really good way to respond to it. I'm usually just polite and I'm like, hey man, like, I'm always willing to cut deals. Just send over an offer and like see if we can get it done. That's usually like what I say. But I really want to like, not like some asinine thing like, well, what's your most? I don't want to do that, but I got to come up with like a good way to shut these guys down. So lazy. Hey man, I know you got a price listed for it, but what's the real price? Don't even have to make an offer. You think I'm going to give you another price? You're crazy. On arguably the hottest prospect right now. Like the hottest prospect. You want me to negotiate against myself? That's good. That's smart. I could just take offers off. That's the other thing people get so pissed about. Like, they'll be like, it'll be like 450 asking price, and they'll be like, "Would you take 200?" Or they'll offer 200, and I'll be like, "No." Like, not even a counter. I'm not giving you a counter if you're gonna go less than 50%. And then they'll get up to like within $100, and I'll be like, 10% off. It'll be like, why do you even have offers on if you're not even going to accept offers? Because your offers aren't good enough. I will accept offers, just not that offer. It was a pretty good moment for me last night when the guy's like, I'll do 300. I'm like, bro, I've turned down. I screenshotted like basically denying 350, denying 340. I'm like, I've declined offers higher than 300, so get out of here. Yeah, I know. I should. I have it on auto, like anything less than 50%. But the problem is I put that little like send automated offers, like when people are interested. I'm always like, I do a lot of the deals that way. And like, some people will just accept. I'll give them like a 10% off and they'll accept it. And I do a lot of sales that way. But when you send them an offer, like an automated offer, there's no minimum. Whereas if they just send you an offer, then I put it to 50%. Then they can just send. So that's usually when I'm getting trashed. It's like, 450, and I send them the automated offer for $399, and then they'll be like $175. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. All right, we don't sell out. We don't sell out here in the next 10 minutes. I'll just take the rest of the teams. We can get one more break in, and I'll get ready for softball. And I also think his prices are just gonna keep going up. Oh, John sent me. What's your best? Do you have a layaway plan? That's so great. John, for you, I will give you my best offer. For the Discord, I will tell you guys absolutely what my lowest price is. For a while there, anything Neto, I was just freaking buying. It's kind of dumb. Shouldn't have done that. Well, I mean, its prices have gone up a lot, so like it actually was a pretty solid like flip target, but very unintended. I was just buying it because I wanted it for my PC. But I've got 6 card displays, and I have way too many cards to put in them. So it's like, I was telling Colby earlier, if I don't have a place to display it, I'm not keeping it. I'm just gonna sell it. Well, this will be good because if I don't sell any more teams on Whatnot, then I can just get rid of this second camera. It's a hindrance. Two 225 for a base. It wasn't that what Roman Anthony was going for like right before call up. I mean, it's usually the benchmark I use. Of course, like Connor Griffin is just throws all the rules out the window. His base is going for what, like 400, 500? I don't even know. I haven't looked at it, but yeah, 200 base auto is like that's upper echelon stuff. I tried to get a Walker Jenkins auto the other day, and that went for like stupid money. But I do think like I normally wouldn't be buying any baseball right now, but for prospects that could potentially rise, I think it is like a good time because people are starting to list their cards, but not all prospects are the same, obviously. So like some of those prospects have no hype. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. And like it's so I think I have one more Sapphire auto, and I jacked that price up because I sold one for $400, PSA 9, and I've got an Aqua Lava, and that one is like there's a comp on it right now for $400, and so like I've got it listed for 450. I would take 400 for it, but I'm thinking it goes up a little bit. But my guess is like the market will just solidify that that's a $400 card, and I'll end up selling it for 400. It's Aqua Lava, so people aren't super stoked about it. But I think with the Mariners, that Aqua is it's like a really snazzy match. That's solid. I just picked up a Raniel. I picked up a couple Peñas because I just think he's a little bit underpriced compared to the other prospects that he's around. And then now I'm sort of comparing everything to like the Colt Emerson Helium. Like I remember when I bought those Sapphire autos for like $200 in December, I'm like, why am I spending $200 on a freaking prospect? But now it looks like a great freaking move. I picked up a DeVries too. I'm pretty excited about that. I've been adding some of the top guys. And the Bowman Chrome guys have like tanked, but I don't think they're as bad. Like Joshua Gonzalez, like, I mean, I think he's going to be a legitimate prospect. All right, Craig, pick the box. We got 3. What's up, LA Kate? We're about to break this third box. But if you want to give me a box, there's 2 boxes on top, 3 boxes on the bottom. Somebody pick one. Colby picked the last one. It was a banger. Trey picked the first one. It was good. So a lot of pressure. But we've noticed that if you pick the box, it's gonna likely have your cards in it, the cards you want. John, if you want to pick on Breaker's Toolbox, you just snagged 2 teams. Appreciate you. You want to pick our next box? You were. I think you had the Dodgers in 1. I can't remember if it was number 1 or 2. 2 had a Mookie relic, and both of them had Shohei cards, like not big Shohei cards, but a couple Shoheis, and the second box was definitely better for the Dodgers because there was a Mookie game used relic. You want box 2 on the top or the bottom? Oh, break 2, then yeah, you got the Mookie. Yeah, definitely. Or now I might be mixing them up. I don't know. I'll go back and look at it. We hit a Bryce Eldridge patch. There was a Mookie patch, and then there was a Luis Angel bat relic. Those are the 3 relics we hit. I think we hit 2 in the first box, 1 in the second box. I can't remember which box was which. Box 2 on top. All right, you got it. All right, we've got 3 teams left. I'm just gonna eat them if that's cool to everybody else, unless somebody wants them. We got Orioles are available, Astros available, and Phillies available. So Astros, Phillies. Astros, Phillies, Orioles. I think you can get all 3 for like less than $30. Definitely less than $30. All right. Let's go ahead and rip this box. Oh, sorry, Craig. I saw you. Saw it too late, though. All right. We are closed. Box number 3. Hoping for some. We have not seen a good Roman Anthony yet. All right, we've got the spots in the chat on Breaker Toolbox. Here, I can put them on the scroll real quick. Let's do that. You're going to see a lot of anonymous. We don't know who that is because they're anonymous. All right, let's stay hot here. Let's stay hot. In my opinion, Jumbo is the only format. We've messed around with Hobby in the past, and you can hit some good cards out of Hobby, but especially this year, the odds of the autos in Hobby are down. So it used to be like close to a 50-50 split, just slightly more relics than autos. But now it's like almost like a 75-25 where you're going to get one auto. That's a cool rookie. One auto out of every 4 hobby boxes and relics in 3. So we'll just take our guaranteed auto. I think that, like I said, I think this rookie class is very good. Or at least Series 1 rookies are very good. These are all the guys that debuted at the end of last year. So typically the Series 1 and update are usually the best. Those are the best for rookies. We got Dylan Beavers there. We hit a nice Beavers on a parallel earlier. There you go. There's a Roman. Our second Roman of the night. We got D-backs on the Sparkle or the Sand Glitter. That is Tristan English. I do not know him. Oh, we got a red. But these aren't to 5. I don't think these are to 5. San Diego for Chad. Elias Diaz. That one is out of 5. Holy smokes, 5 of 5. Usually Flagship does weird things where reds will be to like $2.99. We had a yellow earlier to like $3.99, so that's a little bit thrown off there. But there we go. We actually have a 5 out of 5. Elias Diaz. Not sure on the pronunciation there, so we'll say it both ways. All right, off to another good start. A little red to 5 action. We've had an orange already, so we're doing better than most. Again, as I said earlier, these are all loosies. Some busted. And we've actually already had 2 case hits in each of our first 2 boxes, so we are already playing with house money. There's Crochet. Keyshaw with the Rookie Cup. As an owner of a 101 PSA 10 Luke Keyshaw, I'm really hoping he becomes the greatest player ever to play the game. Probably have to raise the price on that thing, though. There's the Miz. O'Neal Cruz. That looks like it could be Orioles. Could be Astros, though. Nolan Ryan on the 91. Frankie Lindor on the profiles. That is Tigers. Tigers have been strong in these breaks. Troy Melton on the rainbow foil. And that's just Mr. Cruz. This is box 3, Trey. Yes, sir. And this is going to be it for me tonight because I've got slow pitch softball to get to. So I'm going to post some more Series 1. I've got pristine breaks up tomorrow. I have them up in Whatnot, and I have them on Breaker Toolbox. So we'll be doing pristine tomorrow, and then maybe some more flagship. All right, we think we got our relic here. So relic's been in the second pack on the right, and the auto's been in the second to last pack on the left. So we'll have to be mindful of that. All right, we got a backwards relic. There's a Mookie. That's Hunter Brown. Mookie, all tops team, Aroldis Chapman. We got Diamondback again. That's going to be Corbin Carroll on the Sand Glitter. And let's see, Texas Rangers. Wyatt Langford on the player worn. There you go, nice hit there for the Rangers. Where did I put my... There they are. Can't forget Mr. Carroll, Mr. Hammett Bone himself. Uh-oh, what happened to YouTube? All right, we're back on YouTube. I don't know what happened there. I looked up and saw a black screen. That's not a redemption. It looked like a redemption there for a second. Nick Kurtz. Luzardo. Shanuel Duran. Labut. My guy Joe Adell. Tommy Edman. Peyton Tolley. We've had a couple of Peyton Tolleys. All right, we've got Nando Tatis on the 91. That's going to be Christian Yelich on the greatest hits. So that's another one of those yellows. So I think those are the $3.99, or at least the last one was. That's just going to be the card on the back. Cubbies, rainbow foil. It looks like White Sox after that. Matthew Boyd for the Cubs. Just really making us work here for it. Wickelman Gonzalez. That's a great name. Wickelman. That is out of $3.99. So yellow is usually $75. We've had two now that are out of $3.99. Not sure I can explain it. Not sure I even want to. What's up, Chad? Welcome in, bud. Nice. I think you have the... Was it you or Scott had the Padres? I can't remember. It's a 5 of 5, though. All right, I got Xander B. Jake Fraley. There's a Shohei. Dylan Cruz. Jeremiah Jackson. There's Owen Casey. That's the guy for the Cubbies. He's on the Marlins now, but he's for the Cubby spot. All right, we got Vladdy. So this is a double relic box. Double relic. We got Vladdy Jr. Blue Jays hitting. Julio. We got Yankees. No, Mets. Francisco Lindor on the big ticket. And Dodgers. Let's go. Max Muncy on the sand glitter. So this is our second box that had two relics in it. And I read that in the odds sheet, or I didn't read the odds sheet, but I read Slab Squatch's breakdown of the odds sheet, and he said there was going to be some jumbos with two relics in it. So it looks like we've found some of those. Jackie Horning for the Mets. I have no idea who that is. Oh, pet. She's a local celebrity wearing her dog in her backpack. That's what she's known for. Good for her. A viral star. There's Abrams, just got traded back to the Padres. Bobby Witt Jr. All right, looks like we got Tampa Rays on the parallel there. Didier Fuentes for the Braves. And that's going to be Tristan Peters on the rainbow foil. Rookie rainbow. All right, we got 4 packs left, plus our silver packs. All right, we got a gold here. I like gold. Will Warren. Brian Wuber. Rhett Lauder. Yuri Perez. Estevez. What do you guys think about the World Baseball Classic? Some freaking loaded teams. The Angels, or not the Angels, the USA is looking real loaded. They've got Skeens and Scooble as their top 2 starters. All right, we got a purple out of 250 here. Corbin Carroll on the 91. Jose Ramirez. Tigers again on the sand glitter. It's going to be Javi Baez. And, all right, what do we got going on here? Oh, well, that's our gold. Whoopsies, Jonathan Aranda. I'm like, why is that one backwards? And then we got Astros. That's Mauricio Dubon on the purple. To 250. So 3 numbered cards in this box. 3 numbered cards, 2 relics. I hope that doesn't mean they're just trying... Actually, 4 numbered cards. I forgot about the red. Hope they're not just setting us up for a disappointing auto. Kind of feels like it, though, doesn't it? Maybe we'll get a good silver back. Yeah, this design has grown on me for sure. I do like it. First it looked a little busy, but I like that it looks like it's part of the uniform. That's cool. Colby Tomas for the A. Carson Williams, there's that guy. Tolley again. This break is taking its Tolley. All right, maybe a red there. A red. We got Shoeless Joe on the 91. Pretty sure he wasn't alive in 91, but there he is. And Acuna Jr. on the prospects. We got, what is this? Oh, it's Guardians. Daniel Schneemann. One of my favorite names to say. From 2025, Daniel Schneemann. He doesn't need a top loader. Not yet. Not until he gets shipped. Sorry, Schneemann. All right, so this has been the one with the auto in it. We'll tease it. We'll peep it. We'll see what we got. Ooh, that's something we haven't seen before. Interesting. Interesting. It's not a 91 auto. Both autos so far have been 91 autos. That is definitely something different. So we'll see what we got in store for us here. Jacob Marcy. Playing for Team Italy, I believe. Logan Webb, the number 3 for Team USA. Crazy. Tyler Stevenson. I don't want to blow this. Kyle Backus. JT Ginn. Oh, we got, it's numbered out of 50. Is that a Baseball Stars auto? We'll see. It looks fancy. It looks like it's fancy. Oh, it's so sparkly. You know, we're just going to... Oh, it's a die cut. That's so weird. It's a die cut. Something's a die cut. I've never even seen a die cut in Flagship. Are those the World Series tickets? Is that the Mickey Mantle redemption? Something unique. Could these be the 10 greatest boxes of all time? From box number 3 here. Coming to an end. Mikey Trout, my guy. Max Acosta, chased him as a prospect. He didn't make me money. That's okay. Can't all make you money. All right, out for the Astros. Greatest hits, Schwarbombs. Batting top of the Team USA lineup. Seattle. How about the Dumpa, Cal Raleigh? Dude, the 52 Mantle, yeah. They confirmed it is a redemption, though, so. They confirmed it is a redemption. All right, let's see what we got going on here. There's some stuff going on here. We got James Wood, greatest hit. Tampa Bay. That's Drew Rasmussen. And then I don't know what we got going on here. This is a die cut. It's all funky. Tigers. Alan Trammell on the 75 die cut. Holy smoke. Tigers have been doing well. That's 2 of the 3 autos have been Detroit. That's Grinchy. That's you, man. Let's go, Colby. It's numbered, too. 4 of 50. On card. Colby. When have I ever done you wrong, my friend? We are just crushing it together. You want a picture? Try to get my stupid thumbs out of the way. Let me know when you got it. You want the back? 4 of 50. Boom. All right, what am I doing putting that in the pile? That one's got to go right there. All right, don't leave yet. We've got silver packs. We've hit 1 color out of the silver pack so far. No autos. Don't get fooled by that. All right, base packy here. Maybe an auto. Shota. Chase Burns. This is our first Burns. Derek Jeter. We hit that one. And Chipper. The Derek Jeter was our purple to 250. Reds picking up a Burns. Dude, the autos have been the best part about this. That and the two case hits. All right, we got Carson Wisenhunt, J-Ram. There's a Roman. Nice one there, Craigie, for you, my guy. And BP for Trey, Buster Posey. All right, a little recap here. And I'll be back tomorrow. So we're going to do Pristine tomorrow. We'll probably run some Flagship as well. Yeah, tomorrow will be fun. I do have basketball practice, so I also can't. I don't play basketball. I'm coaching my son's team, but I'll have to shut down a little early tomorrow. But we'll try to get in what we can. All right, Carson Wisenhunt. We have Roman Anthony, Chase Burns, Cal Raleigh the Dumpa, Tristan Peters, Troy Melton, Tristan English, 2 relics, Vladdy Jr., Wyatt Langford. We had Jonathan Aranda on the gold to 2026, Mauricio Dubon to 250, Wickelman Gonzalez, Elias Diaz on the red, 5 of 5, red sand glitter, and the nuke of the break, Alan Trammell on the 75-year die cut. That's 4 of 50, so I think that's gold. On card, cool card, man. Really cool card. All right, that's it for me, guys. Jaime will be on later doing some more Flagship. He's also got Bowman, Mega Boxes, and some Panini stuff. So make sure to make sure to check him out, and I'll be back on tomorrow, probably around the same time, like, I don't know, 9 Eastern. I guess that's not the same time because it's only 8, not even 8:30 Eastern, but I'll be back on tomorrow. Come check me out. I'll post more breaks tonight. Let's get it done. All right, guys. Thanks for joining.